Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with episode 2 of our historic rebuild of the Miami Dolphins. If you want to check out episode 1, the link is in the description below. But we're going to jump right into this. We are in the off season after the 2003 season, heading towards the 2004 NFL Draft. So quick reminder, just take a look at the lineup. We did draft Tony Romo last season. He is a 77 overall here, Superstar X Factor. Got Ricky Williams here still. Wide receiver, a little weak, Chris Chambers. Got the offensive line. The right side especially is developing and growing as they are fairly young. Defensively, we're looking pretty decent. Defensive line's definitely going to need some help. Jason Taylor's not going to be around for forever. Secondary, though, still looking good. Strong safety and free safety. Maybe need to have some upgrades. Outside linebacker, though, is our biggest need here. Zach Thomas as well, while he is at 87 overall, he is starting to regress due to his age. He is 31 years old now. So linebackers in general, well, just going to need to take a look at those. On special teams, we do need a punter. So definitely going to be on the outlook there in free agency. But yeah, definitely going to be potentially looking at trading somebody away to maybe get some other first round picks. Because right now, pick-wise, we have the 12th pick in the draft. And there are a few guys in the draft to be nice to get. Let's take a look at free agency really quick. Right off the bat, Sebastian Janikowski is available. He actually would be an upgrade for us. Overall, he's a little bit lower, but he is 5 years younger than Alindo Mare. So, it's tempting just because he's not going to cost me a ton of money. And I could sign him to a 5-year contract. Bring a little bit of a younger kicker onto the team. You got Rod Smith, wide receiver. He would be a good addition, except for his age. I know I need to look at a punter, so let's just jump on that right away. Probably gonna do this Hunter Smith. Give him a 3-year contract. All right. I'll take a look at the rest of the free agents. Quarterback, don't need anyone. Halfback, there's not really anyone there that I'd want to bring in to back up Ricky Williams. Wide receiver, again, Rod Smith is nice. Des White is potential just because he is 25 and he's a 72 overall, but I don't want to get in a bidding war. Sadly, there just doesn't look to be a very strong free agent class. Ooh, Chris Dielman. He's only 23 years old, 74 overall, superstar development left guard. I have the cap space. We are going after him. Signing him to a 7-year contract. Up his salary and signing bonus. Make it to where he for sure wants to come here above anyone else. Might have went a little ridiculous there, so we're going to lower the salary and everything back down. Don't need to be that many points above the next team. But Chris Dielman for sure would love to bring him in. Cullen Jenkins is out there. I do need a left end, and he's also 23. So there actually is there are some decent guys. They just aren't like your normal studs, but there's some guys that are worth bringing on, and they're not going to cost me a ton in cap in comparison. Defensive tackle, oh, we're okay there. Don't need to do anything right now. Kabir, I mean, I'm not 100% concerned there just because Jason Taylor is only 30. So we'll keep what we've got. Ooh, Brandon Short, 27-year-old left outside linebacker. He's better than what I have, but I mean, he's 27. He's only going to go another year before regressing. I'd rather use the draft to help that position out. Jeff Ulbrich, again, same situation. Cornerback, no one really there that I want to grab. Free safety, Quentin McKell is available. He'd be worth offering something. give him a longer contract than what everyone else is offering to him. It's not going to affect the cap much. Could probably lower that some. I got to up it a little bit because that's not enough points ahead of Washington. Okay, that should be enough. I should be able to grab him. That's some youth to bring into the secondary. Beyond that, I'm going to go ahead and advance a week, see if we get any of these guys. And it looks like both Jenkins and Dealman rejected. Of everybody, Dealman was the one I wanted the most. What happened? He signs with the Patriots, and they didn't offer him as much as I did. So that's kind of bogus. I offered him significantly more. That's frustrating. Well, on that note, I need to go in here and I need to cut Alinda Mare. It's going to be a significant penalty though, but I don't want to carry 2 kickers. And I'll go ahead and release him anyways. All right. Now, talking about trades, let's see who has the top pick in this draft. All right, so we were able to find a trade to get another first rounder. Offered Larry Chester, Jamar Fletcher, and a 4th-round pick in next year's draft to get the number 4 overall pick from the Minnesota Vikings. So that should help us out. I don't have enough people to trade anyone else away. So I think we're going to have to stick with that, which isn't a bad thing because that gives us pick number 4 and pick number 12. Just looking one more time in free agency just to see if there's anybody worth grabbing. Because, yeah, I don't have a defensive tackle now. So if I can grab somebody in free agency that's worth playing, which there's really not. So we're going to go for Chester here. Make him a 1-year offer. And Fakir Brown will be the other person we offer something to. Just to get some more depth on those cornerback. Since I did just trade away a cornerback and a defensive tackle. And it looks like both accepted, so that definitely helps us out just to get some players on the team. We're going to go ahead and send to the draft. So I'll see you guys there. All right, we are in the draft. We're going to just take a look at the draft board. Larry Fitzgerald's definitely the best player. I don't know if he'll make it to pick 4, though. It would be amazing if he did, because that is definitely who I would want, because I need another wide receiver on this team. Robert Gallery, definitely someone to look into. I mean, Roy Williams is out there, but I don't want him with my first picks. D'Angelo Hall's worth looking at. I mean, Big Ben's out here. I know I took Tony Romo, but it wouldn't be bad to get another quarterback. Jonathan Vilma, for sure, is someone to look into. Lee Evans is out there. Tommy Harris. Sean Andrews. DJ Williams. Vince Wilfork. Chris Gamble out of Ohio State. Good cornerback. Carlos Dansby, I'll put on my draft board. Chris Snee, for sure. Bob Sanders, definitely want to have him on my draft board. Darnell Dockett, potential value pick there. So, I mean, I'm going to have to just look at the positions. Because you got Eli, you got Big Ben, you got Phillip Rivers. All potential guys to take, especially if they're there for some value. Undrafted-wise, no one there to look at. Steven Jackson's in this draft class. Not a bad potential value running back. Michael Turner as well. Looking at wide receiver, beyond Larry Fitzgerald. Oh, the only other people that really stick out to me would be Malcolm Floyd and Wes Welker for sure. At tight end, you've got Kellen Winslow and Ben Watson. Beyond that, no one else really at tight end to look at. Left tackle. There are some guys there, but no one that I'm like, ooh, really stands out. Same thing, I think, with left guard. Center. Josh Sewell potentially would be someone to grab. Right guard. Justin Smiley, definitely. Right tackle. You got Vernon Carey. Shane Olivier would be someone worth adding. At left end, you got Antoine Odom. And that's it at left end. Right end. Jared Allen for sure. That is a big one there I'm going to be keeping an eye out on. Defensive tackle. Already looked at a lot of these guys. Pretty sure that said Brock Lesnar. Yep, Brock Lesnar. This is the draft class where WWE superstar Brock Lesnar came out to try to play football, and he got drafted by the Vikings. Oh, left outside linebacker. Middle linebacker beyond Jonathan Vilma. Don't really think there's anybody else that stands out. Right outside linebacker, you got DJ Williams. Again, after him, you got Sean Phillips. But other than those two, no one else. Cornerback, yeah, you got D'Angelo Hall, Dunta Robinson, Chris Gamble. After those three, again, no real standouts. Free safety, you got Sean Taylor and Bob Sanders, Will Allen, and that's it for free safety. Strong safety, you got Gabriel Wilson, but beyond there's not really any strong safeties either. Kickers, no one there. Punters, Andy Lee would be a decent punter. So, yeah, let's see what happens, because I have a feeling Larry Fitzgerald's going to go with the first pick here to the Lions. So do I even attempt it? Because I really want Larry Fitzgerald. Do I try to trade up to the #1 pick now that I have the #4 pick? Because wide receivers, their top needs. So they're definitely going to take Larry Fitzgerald. I don't think they want him. And Brock Marion. I would do Brock Marion. I doubt they'll do this trade. They took it. So I now have the #1 pick. I took Bruce Marion and the #4 overall to get up to #1, so I can take Larry Fitzgerald. Because that is who I'm taking with the #1 pick. And he is the best prospect in this draft. Ranked #1, true value, took him at #1. For sure, that is who the Lions were going to take. Robert Gallery goes to the Jaguars. Sean Taylor to the Ravens. The Lions take Eli Manning. So Eli Manning does not get drafted by the Chargers, then traded to the Giants. He gets taken by the Lions. The Chargers take Roy Williams instead of Phillip Rivers, or instead of Eli Manning, and not getting Phillip Rivers either. Dunta Robinson goes to the Saints. D'Angelo Hall goes to the Giants, so they don't take a quarterback. The Texans take Jonathan Vilma. Very good pick there. The New England Patriots take Tommy Harris. The Chiefs take Lee Evans. The Bills take Sean Andrews. And it is now our pick. Okay, so yeah, taking a look at what I'm being offered. 49ers are offering me their first round pick next year. That's not even worth considering. Because there are definitely guys I want. I could take Big Ben. I could take DJ Williams, definitely helping out our linebacking core. I could take Vince Wilfork. Totally changing history. He doesn't go to the Patriots, comes to Miami instead. That would definitely help our defensive tackle position. I could take Chris Snee. I think based off pure value, though, and taking best player available, that's also, he does fit a need. I think I got to take Vince Wilfork. He's number 5 value in the class, took him at number 12. So that is a great pick for us. So let's round out the rest of the first round. Let's see who goes where. Will Smith goes to the Cardinals. Michael Clayton to the Steelers. Aduze to the Browns. The Seahawks take Marcus Tubbs. The Buccaneers take Vernon Carey, who was originally a Miami Dolphin pick. Kellen Winslow goes to the Cowboys. Washington takes Ahmad Carroll. The Packers take Jason Babin. DJ Williams goes to the Broncos. Chris Gamble goes to the 49ers. The Jets take Ben Watson. Ooh, there goes Big Ben. Big Ben Roethlisberger with the Carolina Panthers. So that is a big one there. Big change. No longer a Steeler. He is now a Carolina Panther. The Raiders take Steven Jackson. So he originally went to the Rams, but now is a Oakland Raider. The Colts take Junior Seavey. The Rams now take Chris Snee. Great value pick there. 75 overall. Wow. That is a good pick for them. The Falcons take Michael Jenkins. The Bengals take Igor Olszewski. The Eagles take Carlos Dansby. Good pick for them. The Bears take Bob Sanders. Very great pick. I was considering trading back up to be able to take him. Probably should have. And then your Super Bowl winning Tennessee Titans, the last pick of the first round, they take Ricardo Kulog. Probably not the best pick there. Looking at the draft board, because I may need to trade up. Daryl Smith is available. But Justin Smiley's still there. And I do want to get an offensive lineman. That's good. So he would definitely be a pick, a guy to get. He probably won't make it to me. Looking at the rest of my draft board, I don't think there's anybody else I have on my draft board ranked with a first round value. So, we're gonna have to see what it would take to trade up to this pick. I mean, we already traded with the Lions once, swapped first rounders. I really don't want to swap second rounders here. I just want their second round pick. But I don't know if I can offer anything. And they took it. So David Tyree in a 4th round pick gets me their 2nd round pick. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense just because I only now have Chris Chambers and Larry Fitzgerald, but there's some other Wes Welkers out there, and I'm probably going to try to take him later. So I'm definitely taking Justin Smiley with this pick. Hidden development, ranked 18 overall, took him at 33. That helps out our O-line a lot. All right. See if any big names go. Jake Grove goes to the Chargers. Tank Johnson goes to the Saints. Greg Jones goes to the Giants. Travis LeBoy goes to the Texans. Chris Perry goes to the Patriots. Antoine Odom goes to the Chiefs. And the Bills take Kevin Jones. So we are up again. We have this pick in the 3rd round pick, so I do have to really think about what I'm going to take here. I would consider trading back in the 2nd round if I got something good for it. But none of those are really what I want. So looking at who's still available, I don't need to get another defensive. Yeah, I don't need another defensive tackle. Phillip Rivers is tempting, even though I don't need to do that. It may be considered a reach because he is considered to be undrafted because he was an undrafted free agent. But I do need another wide receiver. after trading away David Tyree, so I'm going to take Wes Welker here. Definitely a reach. He's ranked 88, drafted him at 44, but we all know Wes Welker can deliver in the slot, so I'll take that. Sim to my next pick in the 3rd round. Let's see who's still available. A lot of the guys I have on here are still available, so that's nice to see. And this is where we're going to take Jared Allen. Ranked 38 in the class and took him at 76 because there's no way he would have been available still later on, and then since I don't have a 4th round pick. So let's go to my next pick and see who's available. Looking at the draft board, I think at this point I need to get more offensive linemen. This is probably going to be a reach. Ooh, more than a reach. Apparently I have thought wrong on who this was. Josh Sewell was a horrible pick for me. Well, you're bound to have some stinkers and screw up. So let's look here. I have Shane Olivier. I am going to take him here. I think he has a better value than a 7th rounder. And he does. He's ranked number 49 in the class. Took him at 172. So right off the bat, I'm helping out our O-line, which was a big fix that we need to do as we're building more into these years with the Miami Dolphins. I'm going to take Andy Lee. He'll be a punter for the future. He's ranked number 7 in value. Took him at 204 because he's a punter. But that's pretty crazy. And we'll advance to the end of the draft. All right, looking at the draft recap really quick. Not a bad draft for us. We had one stinker pick here in Josh Sewell. But everyone else has a hidden development and definitely going to help out our team. Larry Fitzgerald will be huge for us right off the bat. Looking at the rest of the draft class, we can pretty much guess who was towards the top, just based off who was taken. Chris Snee was the 3rd best, and man, that was really tempting to take, and I probably should have. Bob Sanders, again, the 4th best player here. He had a lot at 74. Vince Wilfork, 74 overall for us. Looking here, am quite curious to see when Phillip Rivers went into who. Phillip Rivers is 67 overall and ended up with the Chargers still in the 3rd round, so that is very interesting. A little bit of rewrite of history where no trade happened to get Phillip Rivers, but he still ends up with that team. So looking at the lineup now, we're going to generate our best lineup. Larry Fitzgerald is our best wide receiver right off the bat, but already receiver-wise, we look way better. It was a huge upgrade from last season. Larry Fitzgerald, Chris Chambers, and Wes Welker are our top 3 wide receivers. You still got Fred Jackson here backing up Ricky Williams. And the offensive line, we got Wade now on the left, Deal on the left, Coppin at center, Smiley and Olivier on the right. We have a very young defensive line, Wade being the oldest. And we have a lot of potential there, some development. On the defense, we didn't really address our outside linebacker position. That was something I wanted to do, just didn't work out. But huge for us, Jared Allen being on the team, Vince Wilfork, and Jason Taylor. They are going to be a phenomenal combination as we continue on. Rest of the secondary, pretty much the same. We did sign McKella free agency. He is now the starter because we did trade away our starter that we had. Special teams, Lee will jump in. Smith is going to get cut. And so now we have Lee and Janikowski as our kicker and punter. Kick returning is Minor. And then at specialists, Wes Welker, of course, slot wide receiver. We're going to put Surtain in the slot corner this year. I agree with that. Vince Wilfork will jump into the rushing defensive tackle slot. I need to get Jared Allen to be the rushing right end. So we are going to have to jump into the actual depth chart to make that happen. All right, I've gone ahead and simulated through the preseason, did the cutting I needed to do. We are at week 1 here now. Looking at the team, we are at a 77 overall. Our offense is 76, defense 80. So we're seeing some improvement as we continue on here. And I'm going to go ahead and simulate to week 3 so I can bring in the 2005 draft class. All right, well, here we are in week 3. I've got the 2005 draft class in. This is probably the draft class where I'm going to be trying to trade up and getting multiple first-round picks. In this draft class, just go by the positions, we have Aaron Rodgers in this draft class. I know I have Tony Romo, but we all know that Aaron Rodgers is a much better quarterback. So he is definitely someone I'm going to want to potentially grab. Looking at the rest of the quarterbacks, not really one I'm concerned with. Running back wise, you got some good names, but this isn't really the running back class. Same thing with wide receiver. You got some names. You got Roddy White. So I take back what I said. I don't think that actually this is the draft class where I'll want to trade up a lot. But I think even if we do well this season, I'm going to try to trade up to get Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, just a quick glance at the draft class we got there. It would be nice just to help with our scouting to get this expert scouting upgrade for the coach for Mr. Ribby. Mr. Ribby now being in his 3rd season, trying to bring some relevance back to Miami. So gonna change this back to being auto for scouting, and I will see you guys at the playoffs. Well, no, I'll see you at mid-season. Yeah, I'll see you at mid-season. All right, at the mid-season break, we are 5-2. Big improvement from last year, or even any of the prior years. We're doing pretty well. Looking at who's ready to negotiate, we got Zach Thomas. Definitely someone I want to bring back. We have the cap space, but man, that's a big cap hit to bring him back. Arturo Freeman, definitely someone worth bringing back just to help us at our safety position, keep some consistency. Really only want to offer him a 3-year contract, even though it's more of a cap hit. So I might let him walk and see who else I could potentially get. Chris Chambers, though, is 26 years old. We definitely want to bring him back. He's going to cost us a pretty penny, but he has the chance to develop, and he does come back on that offer. Ogunleye, his time is done with us. The rest of these guys, not really concerned with any of them. I want to see how Zach Thomas and Freeman do for the season, and then we'll determine at the end if they come back. So I'm going to go ahead and send to the playoffs. Really quick note, just want to point out the Jacksonville Jaguars are 7-0, so that's odd. Just wanted to point that out because Jaguars have not been that good. I can't remember the last time they've been that good, actually. I will see you guys at the playoffs. Here we are at the playoffs. It looks like we did make the playoffs this season. So taking a look here, we haven't really advanced much from an overall perspective, but wow, we won out the rest of the season at mid-season break. We went 14-2, best record tied with the Eagles in the whole NFL. So something went right here. Jets made it to the playoffs being 11-5. We are totally rewriting history because the Patriots are one of the worst teams in the NFL. They are 5-10. Lions went 4-12, going to have the first pick in the draft again. So the idea of trading up to get Aaron Rodgers may be very hard to do now, but we will see because I might have some trade bait. Let's take a look at the team, look at the stats, and see how we did. Offensively, we were 11th. Defensively, 4th in the NFL, so that's really good for us. Tony Romo had a much better year, had over 4,000 yards, 32 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, sacked 43 times, so don't like seeing that number from the offensive line. Rushing-wise, though, Ricky Williams finally had over 1,000 yards, had 11 touchdowns, finally delivering and playing better. Tony Romo actually ran some in as well. Receiving-wise, Wes Welker almost got to 1,000 yards, had 9 touchdowns. Chris Chambers, over 800 yards, 3 touchdowns. McMichael delivering, getting 7 TDs. Fitzgerald for his first year, pretty solid numbers. 759 yards, 6 touchdowns. Ricky Williams also got involved, though, so nice spread. Sack-wise, Todd Wade really struggled moving over to the left. Shane Olivier struggled as well from the right, so that's mostly where our sacks came from, was our tackles, which is not a good sign. Defensively, Zach Thomas, 102 tackles. Pretty good numbers, not his best. Tackles for loss, 18 from Jason Taylor, 13 from Vince Wilfork, 12 from Al Wilson, 11 from Jared Allen, and 10 from Zach Thomas. Sack-wise, 18 sacks from Jason Taylor, Hall of Fame career. Al Wilson, 6.5 sacks. Jared Allen in his first year, 6 sacks. Wilfork in his first year, 4.5 sacks. We were a sacking machine this season, so no wonder our defense was 4th overall. Interception-wise, not that many picks, actually. Surtain with 4, Asamoah had 3, Freeman had 3, so Freeman definitely might have earned that other contract. Zach Thomas had 1 interception, so did Mikkel, and so did Keck. So definitely not as many picks as we would like to see. Asamoah had one of his was taken back for a touchdown, but a much better year overall. Steve McNair with the Titans got MVP. Tony Romo didn't make the list. It's nice to see that for him. Coach of the year actually went to Andy Reid. We were second. Mr. Ribby, second on the list this year. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Steve McNair. Tony Romo made the list. Defensive Player of the Year was Jason Taylor. Nice to see. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Steven Jackson. Michael Turner with the Browns. Wes Welker and Fitzgerald both made the list. Would have been nice to see one of them win it. Defensive Rookie of the Year, though, is Jared Allen. That is awesome to see. Vince Wilfork being right behind him at number 3. Best quarterback goes to Trent Green. Tony Romo did make the list. Best running back is Curtis Martin with the Jets. Ricky Williams made that list as well, though. Best wide receiver goes to Jimmy Smith with the Raiders. Wes Welker made the list, just barely. Best offensive lineman goes to Will Shields. David Deal does make the list this year. Good to see. Jason Taylor does get best defensive lineman. Best linebacker goes to Randall Godfrey. And best defensive back goes to Derek Gibson. But Surtain did make the list, as did Asamoah and Freeman. So much better performance from our team overall this year. So we're going to advance a week, see who we're facing in the divisional round. Looks like we've got the Colts this season. Going to be facing Peyton Manning. I've not yet jumped to do a game in any of these, but this is going to be the one that I do. Big game here, playing against the Colts. Very unlikely we would win, just with the chemistry between the teams. The chemistry is much better with the Colts than ours, so you would think Peyton Manning is going to show up and deliver like he normally does. But let's jump into the game here and see what happens. Right off the bat, the Colts score. We came back and scored as well. We're in the red zone, kicking a field goal here. We're up 10-7. Trying to stop the Colts. The defense looks like they did stop them. Kicking another field goal, missed that field goal, unfortunately. Colts tied it up in the 3rd quarter. We kick a field goal, it's 13-10. Colts tied it up. It's a big moment here. It's into the 4th quarter. And I think I'm going to jump in here. We are on the 10-yard line. Let's see if we can get a score.
70, Indy. D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Oh, Tony Romo gets hit. Not good.
All day. Break. The mic. 94 is the mic. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. See, Griffin.
All right, first down with Ricky Williams rushing, so that's good. Gonna drain that clock a little bit, get it down to the 2-minute warning. I mean, we are facing Peyton Manning. Can't give him a ton of time to work with, even if we do score here. So Ricky Williams goes to run it in, and we have a TD. Might have given Peyton Manning too much time, though. 8 seconds left. They're going for it on 4th down. They do not get it. Miami moving on in the playoffs. We held, oh wow, looking at the stats here, Peyton Manning, no touchdowns. We held Peyton Manning this time. Wow. Ricky Williams with this 1 touchdown. Wes Welker with a touchdown. Nice to see. That I did not expect. I totally expected us not to win that game. With Peyton Manning being Peyton Manning, I thought for sure we were gonna I thought it'd be a close game, but I thought for sure we were going to lose. So that makes me happy to see that, just to make it to the conference championship, where we do have to face the Jets. Not a team I'm really looking forward to facing. I don't like the Jets, and so jumped into the last game. I'm going to simulate this one, see what happens. Maybe a mistake. Well, let's find out. We do lose 30-24, unfortunately. Our contract, Mr. Ribby's contract is extended. Pro Bowl wise, Tony Romo made the Pro Bowl. Wide receiver wise, no one did. Randy McMichael made the Pro Bowl. That's nice to see. David Deal made the Pro Bowl. Wade made the Pro Bowl. Jason Taylor made it. And looks like no one else from the team made it. Oh, Lee made it. Our new punter made it to the Pro Bowl. So very nice. Simulate to the Super Bowl. See who's going to win that. Unfortunately, we are not there facing the Eagles. Super Bowl 39, Jets, Eagles. Simulate to the off season. And the Jets win 21-13. So already totally rewrite of history, because the Jets have not won a Super Bowl in a long time. Looking at our team, wow, Larry Fitzgerald is a superstar X Factor. His ability is Wrecking Ball. That doesn't make any sense for him, but okay. May have to look into that, because that doesn't make any sense for him to have that. He would have a totally different one. That'll be one thing that'll be nice when that comes in for Madden 21 eventually, so that's supposed to be a fix at some point, allowing you to customize X Factor abilities in your franchise, because yeah, Larry Fitzgerald should not have that. He should be like a double me X Factor ability. Looking at who the rest of our guys, Olivier and Smiley were both star development, so we have a lot of star guys on our line, so that's good. Defensively, Vince Wilfork is a superstar development. So is Jared Allen. So Jared Allen for sure is our starting right end. Looking at the rest of the team, it doesn't look like anyone else developed beyond where they were. So that's a little sad to see, with the way the team performed way better. But yeah, so we'll go ahead. I got some people I got to look at some contracts and negotiate, but I will see you in the off season in the free agency. Before I jump to free agency, did want to show you that I ended up franchise tagging Zach Thomas. I tried to give him an offer, and he said no, so I franchise tagged him. Arturo Freeman also declined a 2-year contract, so he'll be going. We'll see who else I could potentially grab out of free agency, see if there is anyone. But that is the only thing that I did. Just made sure I franchise tagged Zach Thomas, as it keeps us from needing to fill a hole in middle linebacker. So yeah, simming ahead, looking at free agency. We have Will Shields there, right guard. Don't actually need any offensive linemen now. We're pretty well off, just because the way that people maneuver around. Don't need Larry Allen or Kevin Maway. Aaron Glenn's out there. Don't need to sign him either. Just looking to see who else is out there. Keyshawn Johnson is available, but don't really need to sign him either. Arturo Freeman definitely is the best strong safety out there, but he wants a decent amount of money. Could bring John Lynch. I mean, he's better than what we have, and no one's making him any offers. So 2-year contract sounds about right. The cap hit's not that bad, actually. So I am going to offer him a contract. Come in and be a superstar development person for us. Free safety. Feeling pretty good where we're at there. At corner. No one there. Outside linebacker for sure. Someone that if we can upgrade there, would be good. It's like Jamie Winborn. I've got the cap space. I mean, that's more than really what I want to spend on a 26-year-old. I'll spend the extra cap to give him a 2-year contract, though. He does not like that, so we won't be getting him. Left outside linebacker, you got John Mobley, Mo Lewis. So, I mean, we are at that point where we definitely need to get some outside linebackers. So we have no one. Do need to look at, though, for trading. We're going to have a decent draft pick here. Pick 30. And like I said, I really want to get Aaron Rodgers. So definitely need to look at and see who has the first pick overall. So I ended up changing my mind. I did end up trading away Chris Chambers. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but it actually did to me. He's 27 years old. He's only 79 overall, star development. He will be turned 28 after the season, then he's going to start regressing. So to me, it made sense. It does make it to where wide receiver is a little bit more of a need, but it does give us the #1 overall pick, so I can go get Aaron Rodgers because I definitely want him. With that being the case, I am going to trade away Tony Romo to get the #2 pick. That shouldn't be that difficult because whoever has pick #2 probably needs a quarterback. Actually, it's the Texans. They might not. They want more than that. There we go. Tony Romo and Fakir Brown to the Texans for the #2 overall pick. So yeah, quarterback's definitely our biggest need, but we are going to take Aaron Rodgers because he is better than Tony Romo. For sure. I did see while I was going through there that one of the other teams around here had pick #3. The Saints do. I don't think I have anyone to want. Or at least I can't trade them anybody that I can't meet any of the needs that they have. So we're going to have pick 1, pick 2, and pick 30. I feel okay about that. Because free agency-wise, we're not really grabbing anyone. So I'm going to simulate this week, see who we have. Winborn rejected our offer, which I did not. That doesn't surprise me. We still have Lynch, but other people are trying to get Lynch now, so we'll have to up this a little bit to grab him because it would be good to grab him for now. Like I said, it's a 2-year contract. Advance that. And we should get him, and we did. A little bit more than I wanted to pay from a contract standpoint, but it definitely helps us out on defense to where now he'll jump into our strong safety position and we don't have to worry about upgrading that right away. So we are going to be focusing on outside linebacker in the draft as well as taking Aaron Rodgers. Most likely I'll be taking DeMarcus Ware with the 2nd pick. So we're going to send him to the draft. There is potential if I'm offered something really awesome, I may trade back because I have the #1 and #2 pick. I'm not going to trade the #1 because I'm taking Aaron Rodgers. But I would be willing to potentially trade the #2. All right. So just get this one out of the way because I'm definitely doing it. Taking Aaron Rodgers with the #1 pick. He is #3 in true value. Took him at #1. So a little bit of a reach according to Madden, but we know he's elite. So definitely want Aaron Rodgers. Let's look at the trade offers here. So the Bears are offering for me to go back to pick 9, so 7 picks. I get their 1st rounder next year and a 3rd rounder this year. The Bills, interdivisional trade, go back to 13, get their first next year and a third this year. Vikings, they are just outright give you our first, third, and fourth next year. Seattle is moved back to 14. That's too far. The Saints are just offering me next year's pick. The Ravens are offering me their first, second, and third round pick this year. It's intriguing. I can go back to pick 10 with Oakland. Or I can go back to pick 6 with Atlanta, get a first rounder next year and a fourth rounder this year. That is tempting. I might miss out on DeMarcus Ware doing that. So we need to look and see who all is here. Don't have to worry about quarterback anymore. Running back. I'm going to highlight Frank Gore, but that's just for later. Wide receiver wise, I'll highlight Roddy White, but don't technically need that. I'll highlight Vincent Jackson. Tight end, I'll highlight Heath Miller because we are going to need to look at tight end at some point. Left tackle, definitely both Khalif and Jamal Brown. Evan Mathis, yes. Logan Makins, yes. Michael Ruse, will highlight him as well. Left end, not worried. Matt Roth, just Justin Tuck and Trent Cole. Defensive tackle, we'll highlight both Babinu and Mike Patterson. Left outside linebacker, Sean Merriman is definitely the best left outside linebacker available. Derek Johnson, best middle linebacker. You got DeMarcus Ware, of course, would be a solid pick to take right here. But there are some other linebackers I'm willing to look at. So having the fact that Merriman and Thomas Davis Sr. are there as well. So Ware is elite, but to get that extra draft pick for next year might be worth it. So I think I am going to take that trade from Atlanta, move back to 6, because that is the best I'm being offered. Just in the sense of not having to move back super far. I'm only moving back 4 picks, but I get their first rounder next year and a fourth rounder this year. I will take that trade. So the Falcons traded up to take Braylon Edwards. That might not have been the best move on their part. The Saints take Alex Smith, so that's intriguing. The Browns take Adam Jones, and the Patriots, being ahead of us, they take Troy Williamson. So this really isn't crazy because I could still take DeMarcus Ware. And no one's offering me anything that's worth even considering. So that is the pick. I am going to take DeMarcus Ware and really upgrade our outside linebacker position. Number 2 true value in the class, took him at number 6. Jumps right in and will be starting for us. So here's the hard thing. I'm very tempted to try to trade back up because there are some guys here that won't be there at pick 30 I could potentially grab. I mean, I'm not too concerned with any of the offensive linemen, but there are some guys here. Like, I would like Logan Makins. Logan Makins would be amazing, and I don't think he'll make it to my pick. But I don't think he'll get taken here. I might be wrong. So Antrell Roll goes to the Cowboys. Sean Merriman goes to the Ravens. The Bears take Mike Williams. Carlos Rodgers goes to the Raiders. Derek Johnson goes to the Cardinals. Jamal Brown goes to the Steelers. Thomas Davis Sr. goes to the Bills. So right here's where I'm going to first look at trying to trade up. All right, so I ended up trading away Wade, our right tackle, and Mikel, the free safety, for this pick from Seattle. Because I'm going to take Logan Makins, I felt comfortable trading away Wade since Wade is 28 years old. And I did not have to trade away my other first-round pick to do this. So that was awesome. So we're going to take Logan Makins. Logan Makins is the number 1 overall person in the draft. Took him at number 14. Going to be solid for our O-line. Marcus Spears goes to the 49ers. Alex Barron to the Chargers. Travis Johnson to the Broncos. Let's just go a couple more picks till we get to someone who's surprising. Roddy White goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars. So team that started off 7-0 did not make the playoffs, but they get a decent weapon at wide receiver. Mike Patterson to the Giants. Heath Miller, not a Steeler, but a Cincinnati Bengal now instead. And we are at my pick again. No one is offering a first rounder next year, so go ahead and make the pick. Let's see who is available. Evan Mathis would be a great pick just to shore up the O-line even more. And I may actually just do that because he's a projected early first rounder and I'm taking him at 30. Evan Mathis, number 7 in value, took him at number 30. Our O-line is set for many years to come now and fixing an issue that Miami has struggled with for over a decade. I have now fixed within 3 drafts. All right. That being said, we're going to go ahead and simulate to my next pick. Richie Incognito made it to the end of the second round. Got taken by the Vikings. Nobody's offering me anything I would want. So let's see who is still available. Trent Cole is still available from my draft board, so is Cameron Wake. I'm definitely got to keep an eye on Cameron Wake. Didn't star enough other people. I mean, Frank Gore got taken. Ooh, Darren Sproles is in this draft class. I'll star him. Wide receiver wise, I kind of did want to get another wide receiver since I traded away Chris Chambers, but there's Lance Moore. He's someone to look at later on, or Nate Washington, but there's not really anybody else. Tight ends, not really interested in any of these tight ends. Definitely need to get a second tight end at some point. Feeling pretty good on offensive linemen. Don't want any of these left ends. Trent Cole or Cameron Wake may actually end up being the best pick here, just for what I'm trying to do. Let's see. And no one at middle linebacker. None of the other right outside linebackers. Lorenzo Alexander, I'll star you. Cornerback, I don't see any other names that really stick out to me. Free safety, it would be nice to get another safety now, but again, no one that stands out. Kerry Rhodes is out there. I'll definitely star him. He might not be there at my next pick, but that's when I would take him. So yeah, looking at our draft board, just based off pure combine and knowing he's way better than being an undrafted player, I'm taking Cameron Wake. And he is ranked number 40 in true value, and I took him at 62. So Cameron Wake and Jared Allen are definitely our future on our edge rushers. So that is nice to see. Go to the next pick. See who's available on the draft board. Kerry Rhodes is still available, so I think that is the pick. Ranked 88, took him at 94. He'll jump in and play safety for us right away. Going to our next pick, which is actually the 6th pick of the 4th round because of the trade of trading back with the Falcons. So that is very helpful because we'll be able to grab someone else who's really good. You know, I'm going to take Trent Cole. I have plenty of defensive ends, but you can get some good trade bait. He's ranked 56, took him at 102. Go to pick our next pick here in the 5th round, see who is available. not really ready to take any of these wide receivers. Lorenzo Alexander, I think I am going to take him. It's a little bit of a reach. Not that bad of a reach, though, because I'll throw him on the left. He's ranked 165, but I took him at 158, so only a 7-pick difference. So not bad at all. And this is when we'll take one of those receivers if they're available, and they are. Between the two, based off what I need, probably going to take Nate Washington. And that's a good pick. He's ranked 173, took him at 190. So he definitely will be good depth for us. And then we'll go to our last pick. And Lance Moore is still available. He may be the best person to take, just based off who I'm seeing here. So, yeah, we're going to end up taking both Nate Washington and Lance Moore. And Lance Moore, yeah, he's not that great. He's ranked number 371. I took him at 222. He should have been undrafted. But it's depth, so I'm okay with it. All right, looking at the draft recap, we had a very good draft. I mean, we had 4 first-round picks. You're going to have a good draft when you have 4 first-round picks. The nice thing is I didn't have to use a first-round pick to trade up at all. I was just able to trade players, get some cap room back, but also grab some guys who are really going to change our team. Aaron Rodgers is going to have an amazing offensive line supporting him. We're going to have DeMarcus Ware coming on the outside linebacker, Cameron Wake coming off the edge, Trent Cole is a good depth rotation player, Kerry Rhodes stepping into strong safety, and Lorenzo Alexander playing on one of our outside guys as well. We took care of a lot of holes, but also got really good players in this draft. So looking at the lineup, we're going to generate the best lineup we can. Aaron Rodgers, of course, starting, and then that puts us to where Fitzgerald is our top wide receiver. Washington will end up playing second because Welker will play the slot, but Welker will be out there when we have just 2 receivers. We got Logan Mankins and Evan Mathis, who both need to be playing, so one of them's going to have to switch to left tackle. We're going to move Logan Mankins to left tackle. And that will allow us to have Evan Mathis at left guard. Already, our offensive line is so much better than it was. And like I said, very young, a lot of potential growth there. Defensively, middle linebacker we're going to have to look at probably next season. But DeMarcus Ware, Lorenzo Alexander playing on the outside now. We got Lynch with Rhodes backing him up. Rhodes is actually going to be moving to, well, we're going to move John Lynch to free safety, actually. That puts Lynch then at free safety, Rhodes playing strong safety. And our corner's still looking good. Defensively, we've got Jason Taylor still, Vince Wilfork, and Jared Allen, with now Trent Cole and Cameron Wake as backups, being able to take over. One of them being able to take over for Jason Taylor for sure once he decides to retire or leave. And in the specialist roles, we got Wes Welker, Asamoah. We are looking pretty good with what we've got. Ware will be coming off the edge along with Taylor, and Allen playing rushing D tackle actually. So definitely some potential there, some good sacks coming this season. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of preseason stuff. I'll see you guys at the beginning of the season, and we will go from there. All right, here we are at the beginning of the regular season, starting off playing against Baltimore. Just look at the trade block for a sec. I highly doubt there's anyone worth grabbing. Oh, look, David Tyree, who I traded away, is on the trade block now. And no one on offensive line that we're really looking at. Wow, Tony Pachos isn't bad, but we're feeling pretty good at O-line. Defensive tackle-wise, yeah, we could use one, but not really going to concern ourselves. Oh, middle linebacker, no one worth grabbing. Hunter Hillenmeyer's available. Would be good depth, but don't want to trade away to get him. And Gabriel Wilson's available. I mean, if I wouldn't have just drafted Kerry Rhodes, I would be tempted to do that. But so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to advance to week 3 so I can bring in the 2006 draft class. Which, this is the draft class I think is the one where there's a lot of good players. I may be wrong again, but I do think this is the good draft class. All right, so this is the 2006 draft class. This is where you have Mario Williams, Reggie Bush, Vince Young, DeBrickashaw Ferguson, AJ Hawk, Vernon Davis, Michael Huff, Dante Whitner, Haloti Nagata, Chad Greenway, Bobby Carpenter, Antonio Cromartie. This is a very good draft class. This is not the one I'm thinking of. It's actually, I remember, 2007, so we're 1 year away from an outstanding draft class that includes Calvin Johnson and Adrian Peterson. But this is still a solid draft class. A lot of guys here that'll be worth looking into. AJ Hawk, I think he's a little bit better than that, but that might be because I'm a little biased because I'm an Ohio State fan. Reggie Bush, though, would be a good addition. Vernon Davis for sure. Finally might be time to do the trigger on a tight end. Dante Whitner would be great. Michael Huff would also be great. Nagata's amazing pick here. Cromartie would be a stellar corner. So a lot of good guys here potentially. But we are going to go ahead and set scouting back to auto and simulate to the mid-season, see if there's anybody I want to offer any contracts to. Alright, so at the mid-season mark, we are 6-1-1, apparently just tied with the Jets in the past week. It's crazy how many ties happen in Madden simulation. It's not realistic at all. Before we look at who's up for contract, we'll see if there's any changes on the roster. Evan Mathis is a superstar development left guard. Logan Makins is superstar X Factor. That really doesn't mean anything for offensive linemen because they can't have X Factor abilities. So I'm actually going to change that because that will affect being able to have a certain amount of X Factor abilities available to me. So I am going to make that superstar because right now I'm only having access to 2 when I need it to have Aaron Rodgers ability also, and I can't now. So that's frustrating. I think it is time I do need to change the scheme, just looking at what we've been doing with the team. Yeah, more of a West Coast team would fit. So I think we're going to go with that, West Coast power run. Well, no. We're going to go with a West Coast spread. I think that does fit us more. Running back wise, it doesn't, but that's okay. But yeah, right now I'm not getting Aaron Rodgers' X Factor ability, which is really a big bummer. Defensively, though, we have Jason Taylor, but even DeMarcus Ware, I'm not getting his right now for some reason. Because DeMarcus Ware is a superstar X Factor. So that's awesome to see as well. Don't know about Cameron Wake or Trent Cole or Lorenzo Alexander yet. Rhodes is a star, so solid for where we drafted him. So let's take a look at who is wanting a new contract. Jason Taylor is one of them. He wants a massive contract. There is absolutely no way I can offer that, sadly. That is too big of a contract. He's 31 years old. He's going to continue to regress after the season. And I can't give him 18 mil. There's just no way. Sam Madison also wants a contract. He wants 14 million. He only wants a 1-year contract. I'm going to wait on that. Might do that at the end of the season. Zach Thomas, again, we only franchise tagged him. He wants a 2-year contract now. He's going to regress more. I want to keep him just out of nostalgia purposes to have him retire as a Dolphin. I don't want him to go somewhere else. So to help that cap hit a little bit, I'm going to offer him a 5-year contract because he'll retire before then. And he does resign. Randy McMichael's up for a contract. We definitely need to bring him back. A 4-year contract sounds about right, and he does resign. Beyond those guys, I think I'm good. Definitely at the end of the season, going to have to look at Taylor again, see if he's still asking for that much, and look at Sam Madison again. But for now, I'll leave that where they are. And we're going to simulate to the playoffs. And I will see you guys there. So here we are at the playoffs. We did make it as a division winner, 11-4-1. Not as good as last season, but still playoff team. Looking now at the lineup, going through a whole season, we do have Aaron Rodgers there as 84 overall now in his first year. Ricky Williams is at 82. Larry Fitzgerald is at 85. Nate Washington was a star development. On defense, still don't know about Cameron Wake or Trent Cole. Lorenzo Alexander's a star development, so that's nice for our other outside linebacker. But yeah, it looks like that's everything else looks about the same. Do have some coach XP I need to spend, so we will do that on running back training boost and master trade negotiator. And let's go ahead look at the standings for the AFC East. We definitely won the division. Colts with the best record, 13-3. Giants at 12-3. Ravens 12-4. Worst record in the league goes to the Texans at 2-14. Lions were 5-11 this year. Patriots still though 7-9. So the dynasty of the Patriots has not existed within this franchise simulation. Huge change to history. Looking at the stats, we had the third best offense in the league. Defensively, we were 12th, so a little bit backwards on defense. But looking at Aaron Rodgers, first year, a solid rookie season. Almost 4,500 yards, 32 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. Only sacked 28 times. Huge improvement on sacks from year over year. Rushing, Ricky Williams had over 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers had 4 touchdowns himself, so not a bad year for Ricky. Receiving, Wes Welker and Larry Fitzgerald both broke 1,000 yards. That's awesome. 8 touchdowns for Wes Welker, 7 for Fitzgerald, 9 for Randy McMichael, and then a couple here and there for other people. But those are the types of numbers we need to be seeing. Blocking, Evan Mathis struggled the most, but Logan Mankins living up to being the #1 overall ranked player in this draft class. Only 4 sacks allowed his rookie year. That's outstanding. Defensively, no triple-digit tackles this year. Zach Thomas is definitely regressing. But Al Wilson had 99. Tackles for loss, only one person with double digits. That was Jason Taylor. So that's a little sad to see because we've been having some consistent years where double-digit tackles for loss. Explains why our defense went back a little bit. Sack-wise, though, 12 sacks from Jason Taylor, 11.5 from DeMarcus Ware, only 3 from Jared Allen, so that's a little disappointing. Jared Allen's having a little bit of a sophomore slump. Interceptions-wise, John Lynch with 3, Jason Taylor had 2 himself, Patrick Surtain had 2, Kerry Rhodes had 2, Sam Madison had 2, and then 1 apiece for Thomas, Wilson, Asamoah, and Alvin Porter. So a lot more interceptions this year, so that's helpful. Only 1 TD, that was John Lynch. So that ended up being a good signing out of free agency for us. Looking at yearly awards, Peyton Manning, of course, with the MVP award, not surprising with them going 13-3. Aaron Rodgers, though, rookie year, #3 on the MVP list. Already doing way better than Tony Romo. Although Tony Romo, playing for the Texans, went 2-14, but still got into the MVP race somehow. All right, Coach of the Year goes to Jim Fassel with the Giants. Tony Dungy, #2. So Mr. Ribby coming up at #6 on Coach of the Year. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Peyton Manning. Aaron Rodgers got 2nd, though. So this is looking really good for our team, having Aaron Rodgers. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Kendrell Bell. Jason Taylor's #2. Offensive Rookie of the Year, of course, goes to Aaron Rodgers. Nate Washington made the list. Huge year for Aaron Rodgers. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to DeMarcus Ware. No surprise there. Kerry Rhodes gets on the list as well. Best quarterback goes to Peyton Manning. Aaron Rodgers, number 2. Tony Romo was number 4. Best running back goes to Edgar and James. Ricky Williams does make the list. Best wide receiver goes to Peerless Price. Wes Welker at number 2. Larry Fitzgerald coming in at number 10. Best offensive lineman goes to Jonathan Ogden. Then Tarek Glenn, then Jeff Saturday, and then Logan Mankins makes the list as a rookie at number 4. David Deal also makes the list. Jason Taylor gets best defensive lineman again, racking up a Hall of Fame career. Best linebacker goes to Kendrell Bell, but DeMarcus Ware does make the list. Best defensive back goes to Nick Collins, and John Lynch makes the list at number 9. And Janikowski also makes the list for best kicker. So solid team for individual, but also just as a team we did very well. So we are going to jump into this game against the Bengals, and we will see, can we deliver and actually make a run in Aaron Rodgers' rookie year. It looks like Cincinnati already comes out and scores on us. We come back and return and kick a field goal, so we're down 7-3. We do have the ball again already, it looks like, in the red zone. And we come and score a touchdown, 14-10. Looks like, though, the Bengals are making a run, 21-10 going towards halftime. And we get a touchdown, it's 21-17. We're making another push, kicking another field goal. We're down by 1 going into the 4th quarter. Oh, man. We went for it on 4th down and got it. Kicking another field goal. We're up 23-21. Huge interception. I'm going to jump in here because we have to get a score, pull ahead a little bit more from ahead of the Cincinnati Bengals. Ricky Williams tried to cut the outside and does not succeed.
Hey, all day, baby. Get nowhere. Going nowhere.
All right, we're going to use the weapons we've got. Wes Welker coming out, Washington coming out, using that arm of Aaron Rodgers. Nate Washington, oh, drops the ball. That was it, that was perfect. Oh, come on.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Aaron Rodgers with the ball to Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams in for the touchdown.
Touchdown. Oh, touchdown.
Side note, Ricky Williams is the only Dolphins jersey I've ever had. And the year I got it, he left like the year after that when he decided to quit football. And that was the beginning of why I decided to never get a Dolphins jersey again, because it wasn't just him. After that, I ended up getting a Dante Culpepper jersey when they signed him, and he was only there for a year. So I've had bad luck with Dolphins jerseys. I might end up biting the bullet and getting a one for Tua, because I do believe he will be there for a long time, but it makes me nervous. Ricky Williams in. Oh, break those tackles, break those tackles. Get in, touchdown. Second rushing touchdown. I think we are good. I think we're gonna win this game. Cincinnati tries to score. There's only 21 seconds left, and we have the ball. We are going to win 38-28, moving on to the divisional round of the playoffs. Looking at the stats, Aaron Rodgers with 298 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Sean King threw for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 pick. Rushing-wise, Ricky Williams with 108 yards, 2 TDs. The Bengals could not really get much going on the ground. Receiving, Randy McMichael with 94 yards, Welker and Ricky Williams with touchdowns through the air. Defensively, a sack from Ware, a shared sack from Jason Taylor and Jared Allen, and a pick from Patrick Surtain. Going towards the divisional round. Let's see who we are facing. Be nice to not be, well, we can't be anyone in our division because nobody else made it. But we are playing the Ravens, who are 12-4. So let's jump in here. We got to make a gambit. We got to run the gambit against the AFC North apparently to get to the Super Bowl. All right, we are already up in the red zone, scoring 7-0. We got third down, kicking the field goal, 10-0. So far, our defense is keeping the Ravens at bay. We score again, 17-0 going into halftime. The Ravens now are starting to make a comeback. They get a field goal. They get a touchdown. It's now 17-10. We are in the red zone, trying to score, kick the field goal to make it 20-10. Ravens come back and score. Ooh. I'm going to jump in here. We got to hold on to this lead. Apparently we had an offsides right from the get-go. Not a good move. Ricky Williams with the ball. All right. Let's run down the clock some. We got to get some yards back. We got to let Aaron Rodgers have a decent stretch here. All right. Got a few more yards there. It's now 3rd and 10. Just a normal 10 yards. Let's see what we can do here. Right down the middle to Randy McMichael. First down. Takes us to the 2-minute warning. We are at their 45-yard line. Have a very good chance here to actually make it and drain some clock. Ricky Williams try to bounce to the outside. Not successful. Ooh, Ravens call timeout. Definitely need Ricky Williams here to get some yards. Oh, break the tackle. Okay. At least it was positive yards. It's about 5 yards there. That gives us a 3rd and 9. Could just run the ball. That's what they want me to do. I'm going to go in with a run. Hope and potentially we'll change it to something else. Because I think I got to get 9 yards, and because we can't kick a field goal from here. So I am going to run it. Go to the outside. Spin move. Spin move again. Oh, no. He fumbled it. Oh, he fumbled the ball. No. Oh, crap. They tied it up, and we are now in overtime. Oh, one too many spin moves by Ricky Williams. All right, good block, Wes Welker. Good block. All right, good start. I do not want to give them any opportunity here. We have to score this.
Ready? 90 Wolf. Check 52 to Mike. Watch the screen. Down. Watch the screen.
And down the middle to Wes Welker. No, another fumble. You have got to be kidding me. That is such bull. And we lost to the Ravens because of 2 fumbles. One was definitely my fault. I spun too much. But that second one had nothing to do with me. And Wes Welker fumbled the ball. That is deflating. But hey, on the positive side, that was Aaron Rodgers' rookie year. And we made it to the Super Bowl. Well, not Super Bowl. We made it. No, it would have been nice to be the Super Bowl. We made it to the playoffs. Lost in the divisional round, but that is a good sign of things to come going forward. Team's just only going to get better. We're going to get more weapons. It's going to be awesome. Aaron Rodgers, already up to an 83. He probably is going to be in the Pro Bowl in his rookie year. It's Ravens 49ers Super Bowl, so at least the team that beat us is going to the Super Bowl. Yep, Aaron Rodgers, it makes to the Pro Bowl. So is our fullback, Conrad. Wes Welker is the top wide receiver at the Pro Bowl for the AFC. Fitzgerald makes it as well. McMichael makes it. Logan Mankins makes it. Dio makes it. Let's see, Jason Taylor makes it again. And John Lynch makes it. So a lot of guys made it to the Pro Bowl. It was a very successful season, even though we did not make it to the Super Bowl. All right, so we're going to simulate through the Super Bowl, see who wins between the Ravens and the 49ers. And it is a, wow, very close Ravens victory, 30-29. Let's take a look at the team. Our offense is now an 80, defense 77, giving us an overall of 78. Looking at people, I think Wes Welker already was superstar. No, Wes Welker progressed to superstar development, so that's huge. Everyone else stayed the same on offense, which is okay. And even now we have depth with Smiley in the background. I didn't even notice that before. On defense, we got Cameron Wake and Trent Cole are both superstar development, so that is huge for us. Wouldn't be as big as a hit now if Jason Taylor does leave. Looking at the rest of the team, I believe Jared Allen already was superstar dev. He was. Zach Thomas has regressed more. Looking at everyone else, it does not look like we have anyone else who developed. So not horrible though. We have a lot of studs on the team. Like I said, this team's only going to get better. So that ends the 2005 season. We'll be going into the 2006 draft in the next episode. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know who you think I should potentially take in the next draft. But yeah, I feel very good about where we're sitting right now as the Miami Dolphins in the year 2005 going into 2006. Way different from where they were. Things they could have potentially done, maybe not have traded up so much to get so many first-round picks and getting Aaron Rodgers at #1. But that, I mean, still, it just shows that Miami made very many boneheaded picks in the draft, in all these drafts we've had so far, and we're going to see that as we continue. But already been able to get to the playoffs a couple times. No Super Bowl yet, but we're building towards it. So thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button if you like what you're seeing. Don't forget we do have a Patreon if you want to support us on there. But yeah, just even if you want to just hit the subscribe button, we really appreciate that. I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to try to do these twice a week. But today's coming out on Thursday. But yeah, just let me know what you're liking, anything you'd like to see different. But would definitely appreciate your taking the time to watch this. Hope you have a good rest of your week. And don't forget, keep an eye on your health bar.